Israel forces preparing for a larger military campaign against Hamas following Saturday's surprise attack. Joining us right now is Ehud Barak. He's the former Israeli prime minister, former Israeli defense minister, and former Israeli military intelligence chief. And we very much appreciate you being here this morning. I think we're all trying to make sense of what has been a senseless situation, but really trying to understand what you think actually comes next right now.
We suffered a major blow. It was a failure of our intelligence, of our operational step, but we recovered. We are a defiant species and with a tendency to unite when we are under attack. We are now operating quite intensively, mainly Air Force, and preparing our ground forces for any possible development. Israel mobilize several hundreds, thousands of reservist forces. They had to refresh a little bit. It might take a few days before, a week before they can go into action, but all the options are on the table. We are determined to paralyze the Hamas from its military capabilities. And it could be done in more than one way. And the leadership of the armed forces, together with the political leadership, consider the right combination of it. So that's the next step.
So given this hostage situation, though, I imagine there will have to be forces on the ground. What does that look like to you?
What ground force operation look like? It's a column of tanks and infantry, probably on heavy APCs, taking over most of the Gaza Strip, probably except the city itself, could be taken over in a few days. And to deal with the city itself, it's somewhat more complicated with ground forces because you have to go from building to building. It might take several weeks, but basically Israel is capable to take over the Gaza Strip. There are two constraints. Number one is the fact that they now hold some 150, probably a little bit more of hostages. About a quarter of them has not just Israeli passport, but other passports, sometimes no Israeli passport, including few Americans, I believe. But most of them are Israeli, but many of them are civilians, elderly people, even some Holocaust survivors, some babies and women and so on. So that's one constraint. And the other constraint is the fact that you have to ask yourself what you will do after you. Okay, we took it over, we paid certain price, but we took over the whole Gaza Strip. Now it was quite natural to pass the torch to some Arab, joint Arab, Egyptian, Moroccan, whatever, Emirati force that will keep it until the Palestinian Authority take over. But I'm not sure that those powers that I mentioned are ready for this consideration. So that's another constraint to make clear what we are going to do with it. And the third, go ahead.
I was just going to say, how satisfied are you with the support that you're getting from the U.S., from the administration? The president was quite outspoken in support of Israel, but there was also a report on NBC News that he did have a phone call yesterday with Netanyahu talking about minimizing civilian lives lost. Obviously, everybody wants to minimize civilian lives lost, but how that plays out over time.
You know, the speech of President Biden was a great statement, very almost inspiring for Israel, very moving. I happen to know President Biden for more than 40 years. I'm even half a year older than him. And it was the most kind of supportive kind of backing that Israel can dream of. And even the sending of parts of the aircraft carrier group to the eastern part of the Mediterranean is very important in this part of the world. People are reading such signals as an effective backing, not just words, but in deeds. We already have a first plane landed in Israel with munitions or other equipment that we need for carrying it for a long time, especially if we will need it also vis-a-vis the Hezbollah in the north. And that's very encouraging. We cannot expect more from anyone, and we are extremely thankful to the president.
What is the risk that
even
this...
in his speech, the president mentioned explicitly that he expects Israel to act upon the international law, the rules of war. And I believe we will do it because that's the difference, basically, between us and this barbarian, murderous terrorist group, Daesh or ISIS-like group that attacked us with unheard of kind of crimes against humanity.
What is the risk that this war spreads into something larger, that Iran meaningfully gets involved? And I'm curious what your thoughts are about the role of Iran in all of this, and how this affects the relationship with Saudi and just the entire Middle East complex.
No, I answer it in reverse. I think that the Saudi American-Israeli deal, at least as long as Israel is part of it, is delayed for the future. I cannot predict for how long. It's not on the table anymore. And I think that on the other hand, what was published in the Wall Street Journal, I believe that the Hamas get in Beirut a week ago or 2 weeks ago to get some approval from the Iranian for this operation. I don't believe that that's true. Iranians are involved in backing them with some equipment, with some operational ideas, probably with some equipment, but I don't believe that they asked for any approval of the Iranians, and they don't need it. They act upon their own. But it's true that the Iran thinking for a long time about how to encircle Israel with Hamas on one side, the Hezbollah well-equipped by Iran on the other side, some Iranian presence through some militias in the Golan Heights on the Syrian side, and some deployment in Syria and along the Iraqi-Syrian border. So they dreamed about attacking Israel from all directions. We are not, Israel is not under existential threat, even if this whole circle will act together, for sure, with the American backing, but even on its own. Israel is strong enough to stand these challenges, and we need supply, we need munition with some other kind of, and of course, diplomatic support is very important, but we can fight it, and we will win this, however long and painful it will be.